Hi, today we are going to do some notes on finding the area of composite figures. The materials you will need for these notes are pencil, paper, calculator, and formula sheet. Your formula sheet can be found in Schoology, so you can reference it by having it open as a tab on your screen, or you could print it and have it next to you. If you do not have these materials with you right now, you need to pause this video, gather your materials, and then press play. We are going to start out with the definition of a composite figure. Composite figure is made up of two or more regular polygons. We can figure out the area of composite figures by dividing them into shapes we are familiar with. So when looking at a composite figure, you are trying to see if you can find a square, trapezoid, parallelogram, triangle, rectangle, any shapes that we know how to find the area of. You're looking for those shapes in the composite figure. So we're going to do example 1 together, where you are going to find the area of this figure. We're going to follow these steps. We're going to break the figure down into shapes we know, then find any missing dimensions, then find the area of each shape, and then add the areas together to find the total area. So first is step 1. Break the figure down into shapes that you recognize. Now I would draw a line right here and break this into a trapezoid and a rectangle. Step 2, find any missing dimensions. So I do not know how long that red line is that I drew, but since I know that that's a rectangle, if one length is 8 feet, then that length must also be 8 feet. So I'm going to write down 8 feet for that red line. Next step, find the area of each shape. So to find the area of a trapezoid, you do 1/2 times the height times the quantity base 1 plus base 2. This formula is found right on your formula sheet. Next, I plug in the dimensions to my formula. So I know that the height is 4, and base 1 and base 2 are 4 and 8. Next, I'm multiplying 1/2 and 4 to get 2, and at the same time, I'm going to add 4 and 8 to get 12. So the total area for my trapezoid is 24 square feet. Now for the rectangle. On my formula sheet, to find area of a rectangle, you do length times width. So the length and width of this rectangle are 8 and 5. So I multiply 8 and 5 together to get 40 square feet. Next step, add the area to find the total area. So I'm adding the area of the trapezoid to the area of the rectangle, and that will give me my total area of 64 square feet for this figure. Now there's one for you to try. I want you to find the area of this figure. On your paper, you should sketch this figure and remember our steps. You're going to break it up into shapes you know, label any missing dimensions, find the area of each shape, and then add the areas together. I would like for you to pause this video now to try this one on your own. When you've come up with an answer, press play and you will be able to check your answer on this video. Okay, were you able to figure it out? I decided to draw a line here, but there are other ways that you could break up this figure. So I got that small rectangle has an area of 6 square meters, and the larger rectangle has an area of 24 square meters. So I get a total of 30 square meters. Even if you broke up the figure into different shapes, you should still get the same total area. All right, let's do another example together. Again, we're going to follow the same 4 steps. Step 1, break the figure down into shapes that you recognize. I'm going to draw a line there to break the shape into a rectangle and a trapezoid. Step 2, find any missing dimensions. So I figured out that these